Hey, what's up, Sonic Spectrum fam? Chris here, and today we've got something exciting to talk about because I'm officially part of the Mackie Artist Program. Huge thanks to Mackie for sending this over. And now, yes, this is technically a sponsored video, but the opinions are always going to be my own. I have a really good feeling about this one because I have checked online the reviews and seem very positive for this mic. Today we're going to be unboxing, diving into specs, checking out the features, doing a sound test, and I'll give you my honest overall impression of this affordable dynamic microphone. It's been getting a lot of attention online, so let's see what this is about. We've got instruction manual, microphone clip for your microphone stand, a warranty card, of course a zippered case for traveling, keeping it safe, the actual microphone itself, surprise, surprise, there we go, and we have a microphone cable, XLR cable. Actually, very few microphones like this, especially at this price, come with a cable. So Mackie, thank you for that. And here's the mic. Actually has a really nice smooth black finish, the classic Mackie green ring at the bottom, and it actually has the anti-roll on it. So it stops from rolling off the desk. Well, first impression, it feels like it's very well built. Classic black finish. For a budget mic, it doesn't actually feel like a toy. What you get in the box, like you saw in the unboxing, I'm pretty impressed. High quality, great features, including that wire I just mentioned as well.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see.
Now let's talk about specs and features, because that's where the nerd in me comes out. This is a dynamic microphone with a cardioid polar pattern, which means it's designed to pick up your voice front and center and, reject the stuff happening off to the sides. Great for loud environments or live sound where you don't want that messy room noise bleeding in. The frequency response is 50 Hz to 16 kHz, so it captures enough bass to sound full, but it also has the highs needed for clarity. The output impedance sits around 600 ohms, and it uses a standard balanced XLR connection, right? No batteries, no phantom power with this one needed, because this thing is pure dynamic goodness. It's voiced to be useful for both live vocals, instruments, and even some studio uses, which, if you ask me, is pretty impressive at this price point. I'm going to be plugging in the Mackie EM89D into my Bose S1 Pro Plus so you can hear how it sounds in a real scenario using a battery all-in-one powered speaker. No processing, no fancy EQing, and we want to see how it handles speech. Let's get into that test right now. Okay, we're here for the sound demo with the Mackie EM89D. Dynamic microphone plugged directly into my Bose S1 Pro Plus. The settings on here, volume is 1 o'clock, treble is flat, 12 o'clock, bass has actually been rolled back to about 9:30, 10, right, because I have a bassy voice, and reverb is off. First impressions, very clear, warm, and I'm actually a little bit surprised that this thing is $70 Canadian or 49 US. I'm trying to comprehend the fact that this is the price for this unit. It actually sounds like a much more expensive microphone. I recently picked up the Shure Nexadyne 8C. It's giving me a little that, and that one's $349. So I'm capturing this on my shotgun microphone, so hopefully you're hearing it as clear as I'm hearing it. Yeah, I'm really impressed right out of the box. And I'm running my Bose on battery here. Not that that matters, but for those Bose fans out there. And another thing for the Bose fans, this Bose S1 Pro Plus, one of the things with all-in-one battery-powered PAs while I'm here is the preamps. Generally, you have to crank it to get any volume. Well, with this one, it seems like it's a hot mic because I'm running it at 1 o'clock and I'm getting a lot of volume on it, where something like the Shure SM58, which I love and I own and I use, definitely has to be up higher to get this kind of volume. So good to know. Very impressed so far. If you want to grab one after watching this video, there is a link in the description. Yes, this one is an affiliate link. So if you do buy one, it sends a couple bucks my way, and it's kind of your way of saying thank you and supporting the channel. Okay, now that we heard how it sounds, what do I think? Well, first off, and be honest with me in the comments below. How did that compare to what you expected for this price range? I was genuinely impressed. The clarity was there. The lows didn't disappear into Wi-Fi static. And for spoken word or singing, it handled dynamics pretty well. No, this isn't a $500 studio mic, but it certainly didn't sound like a $50 piece of junk either. For live streams, podcasts, or backup low vocals on stage, this thing could hang. I did want to touch on handling noise. Like most handheld dynamics, there are some noises if you are, moving it around in your hand. So if you're planning on doing a lot of moving around and on and off a mic stand, just be mindful of that. We are going to run that test as well, and we're going to do a handling noise check right now. So we're going to do a quick handling noise while I'm here. Let's see how it does. I'd say it's average. I mean, if you're rubbing your hands along it, you're going to hear. But if you're just gripping it, it's average. I mean, at this price point too, right? But it is all metal too. I don't know if you can hear the clinking. So I appreciate that it's all metal as well. Another thing I appreciate is actually the rugged construction. This is one of those drop it once and still gigging type of mics. Mackie built this series to be roadworthy, and it does feel like that. If you're a content creator or live on stage, reliability and ruggedness matters. Now I'm going to speak all around the mic so you can hear how the rejection is. Okay, so I'm right now 2-3 inches talking directly in the front, and I'm going to turn the microphone and we're going to see how it does. Testing. This is a test. This is a rejection test. Not bad. Not bad at all. This is pretty impressive that once you're on the sides, pretty much non-existent, and back on the front again. Not bad. I like it. Okay, we're going to do a plosive test. I have my foam screen, so I'm going to do the same words with and without the foam screen so you can hear at home. Do you hear any plosives? Let's go. Peter Piper, Peter Piper. Peter Piper, Peter Piper, Peter Piper. Peter Piper, Peter Piper. So it's got a little bit in there. I'd say it's about average for this category. What do you think? Did you hear the plosives? So what's my overall take? Well, for under 80 bucks Canadian dollars, this mic gives you real, usable sound, solid sound quality, and very forgiving profile for beginners and pros alike. I definitely recommend it if you're starting out, you're building your setup or need a reliable backup mic maybe. Is it perfect? No, no mic is. But for the price, absolutely a contender. And that's something you don't see every day, especially under the $100. Thanks, Mackie, again for sending this out. I really do appreciate being part of the artist program and having the ability to try out gear. If you've learned something today and or like this video and the sound test that we did, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and check the link in the description if you're interested in grabbing one of these for yourself. I'm Chris from the Sonic Spectrum, and I'll catch you in the next one.